Hey guys, I'm here in Joshua Tree, California. It's about 2 to 3 hours east of Los Angeles, and Joshua Tree National Park is really close by. There's over 3 million visitors that visit that national park, and 3 years ago there was this Airbnb boom that happened in the area. A lot of my friends made a ton of money out here. So why is this place still so popular, and can you still make money investing in this area? I'll be talking with my good friend Casey. He bought 10 acres of land, and we're gonna ask him what he's gonna do with it. Okay, Casey, we're in sunny Joshua Tree, California, about 2 to 3 hours east of Los Angeles. So why is Joshua Tree an amazing place to invest?
It's a good question. So Joshua Tree is really good because there's very little hotel presence, but lots of visitors.
Okay.
Yeah, the national park over there, it attracts a crowd who likes to hike and climb and explore and be outdoors.
Okay.
And that's the reason why we're putting a more outdoor glamping experience here in Joshua Tree.
Okay.
Because we feel that there's a huge demand for a product like that here in this area.
Let's go back. So why did you start investing in real estate?
Because I realized that 90% of the millionaires are from real estate. And I wanted to create a life for my family that everyone wants financial freedom, location freedom, time freedom.
Right.
And that's really what I saw as real estate investing as the best vehicle to get there.
Okay, so let's talk about putting glamping sites here in Joshua Tree, California. You have, 10 acres of land here?
10 acres of land here.
Okay, so what's the plan with all of this land?
So the plan is to put 10 units of glamping sites here.
Okay.
I mean, we have 10 acres. We didn't want to just pile in on as many sites as we want. We want it to be secluded.
You didn't want to have 100?
Exactly. We wanted to kind of take, appreciate the space and be respectful and just have everybody be kind of secluded and have their own space so you're not you hiccup and you can hear the people next to you.
Right. What does the process look like, let's say, if somebody wants to buy land? Because you can buy land fairly cheap around here. What does the process entail? Like, are you going to the city looking for permits, or give me an idea, like a newbie that's thinking about buying land and putting up glamping units?
For sure. So one thing that we looked at is we needed to find a place where the zoning could permit it.
Okay.
This isn't zone commercial, but we are able to get something called a conditional use permit, which would allow us to use this space for this type of campground.
So not like any piece of land being sold in Joshua Tree, you can put up short-term rentals or glamping sites.
Correct, yes. Perfect. So we needed something, we wanted something that wasn't too far from a paved road.
Okay.
And already had water on the site. So there is water, city water.
Oh, okay.
That's actually on this 10 acres that we can connect to. So we don't have to build a well. We don't have to pay tons of money to have the water company come out connected. So it's already on the land.
Okay. Let's talk about this land. We have 10 acres here. How much, show me the money. Let's talk numbers. How much did you get this land for? And how much money did you, put out of pocket to acquire the property?
Sure. So we bought 10 acres for $82,000.
$82,000, 10 acres in California.
Yep.
Okay.
I know, it's crazy, right? But $82,000, we were able to partner with somebody who is interested in getting into real estate investing, but didn't have the time.
Okay.
They have kids and they're swamped with what they're doing. And so we were able to partner with them to bring forth the capital to buy the land and to fund the construction. And we're going to be doing all the work, all the calls, all the the hands-on, boots on the ground type work for them. So, but we came, zero out of pocket for us.
So zero money out of your pocket?
Zero money out of our pocket, correct.
To acquire something like this, that'll be cash flowing. Yeah, that shows that it's still possible, right? To acquire properties with zero money down.
Definitely.
Okay. So how did you approach an investor who, let's say, has the money that wants to invest and you don't have any money? I mean, why would someone want to partner with you that doesn't have any money to do a project like this?
So I think one thing that's key in this space is to, first of all, be passionate about what you do.
Okay.
I mean, people, they like to invest in deals, but they're also entrusting you with their money.
Okay.
And if you're not passionate and love what you do and almost are obsessed with it, then they're not going to be willing to give you invest money with you.
Okay.
It comes down to, being a good person, finding good deals and finding good opportunity, I think is a big one as well. It's finding an opportunity where it's not like anybody can find that.
So your plan is to start building something on here. Let's talk about numbers. How much money do you think this property could generate you based on your business plan?
Gotcha. So based on our business plan, this property should generate around $450,000 a year.
$450,000 a year, and it costs you $80,000
For the land, right?
Okay.
So we still have to put to construct it.
Okay.
I have construction costs of roughly around 300,000.
Okay. So 380 something. Let's say 400,000 all in.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
And it should generate about 450,000 a year.
So why isn't everyone doing it if it's generating $400,000 a year and it's gonna cost you $400,000 to acquire?
It comes down to it's a very new asset class.
Okay.
Glamping is, I mean, you don't have steady rents.
Okay.
Like you would if you have like a lease or anything like that.
Okay.
So there's, as far as like predicting and projecting how well it's going to do.
Okay.
It can be kind of unpredictable.
Okay.
But it really comes down to knowing the area,
Okay.
knowing the demand. I already own a property in this area, so I know how the demand is.
Okay.
I know what kind of visitors like to be here, so I feel like I have a good understanding of the market.
Okay.
But for some people, that's like I said, a new asset class like this can be scary to jump in and start investing,
Okay.
throwing money at. So.
Okay, so who shouldn't be buying land and trying to develop as an investment?
I think the people who shouldn't be doing it is somebody who is viewing it as a side hustle.
Okay.
Of like, oh yeah, you know, they don't take it seriously. They don't treat it like a business. They're just like, oh yeah, this is a passive investment. It's like, you know, this is very active.
Okay.
As far as getting the permits, you know, managing the construction, you know, managing the type of guests and building a space with them in mind. It's very active income and not so much passive like some people like to do with real estate investing.
So what do you have to do to this property? What are a few things that you have to add for it to be successful?
Well, first of all, is to add the units that people are actually, you know, sleeping in.
Okay.
But we need to add, so one of our goals is to add a place where, well, a bathroom for each like separate unit. Okay. So rather than a communal bathroom that everybody uses.
Because some people have that here, right? Like
some people have that, yeah.
That's kind of nasty, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's just, I guess what we're trying to build is something a little more unique, a little more special. Like I said, secluded spaces with their own bathroom.
Okay.
We think that we can get a charge of more money for that. Okay. Because, you know, who wants to go to the bathroom at 2 o'clock at night, like, and walk across the desert where there's like snakes and, and lizards and stuff like that. So,
or dig a hole.
Or dig a hole, right? Yeah, that too. So we have to run the plumbing for each unit that have the bathroom, which can be kind of expensive. But we do think that we'll get the money in.
All right, Casey, so did you take any programs or anything like that to learn like real estate investing?
Definitely, yeah. I've spent close to about $35,000 on masterminds, education. Yeah. I'm a big believer on like utilizing other people's skills to get where you want to go faster. Okay. And I was thinking about this the other day. It's not like it's this one coaching program is like the secret to everything I've been asking for, but it's like there's so many little nuggets in there, here and there, that are huge for your business, and huge for your knowledge that can take you, you know, where you want to go.
What does your real estate portfolio look like today?
So right now I own one in Joshua Tree, short-term rental in Joshua Tree. I own a short-term rental in Lake Arrowhead, and then a short-term rental in Indio. Okay. And then I manage about 6 or 7 other properties in California and Arizona.
What can somebody earn running an Airbnb business like yourself?
Just by being an owner, I would say obviously it depends on the area, but most of my properties generate, you know, at least $1,000 a month in cash flow on average. I do a little different strategy when it comes to the typical investor. I do like a BRRRR strategy where I try to pull most of my equity out. Okay. And so my mortgage is a little bit higher than if someone were to come and put in 20% down. And so, you know, I know some units will probably cash flow more. I'm happy because I get most of my money back and I can buy more units.
Okay. Casey, you're in the short-term rental game. Can you shout out 3, let's say, influencers or people to follow on Instagram?
Definitely. So one of them is Alex Sabio. She's someone who's huge, helped me all out in the game. I'd say Omid the Rat Investor, and I'd say Tony Robinson has helped me out a lot too. I mean, I'd say between those 3 has helped me grow my business, get started, and Joshua Tree from Omid and Tony's stuff a lot was like kind of my main push to get started in Joshua Tree because it was close to home.
Okay. Okay, so knowing what you know now, what would you have done different?
I think I would spend time on waiting for a perfect, well, not a perfect deal, but just running my numbers to where I'm not forcing it. I feel like on a few of my deals, I have forced the numbers, and rather than just making the numbers work, where I'd like maybe say that the after repair value was a little bit higher than kind of what the comps were showing, and mainly because I wanted it to be that way versus what it was just actually telling me. And so I would be really good at just running numbers, analyzing deals, and just waiting for that deal to come on my desk that fits my criteria.
So just being a little bit more patient.
Exactly, yeah. Being patient.